Welcome to the Uncle Hack Podcast, where dudes pretty much just talk dude shit.
What are we on? Episode almost 30, I think. Episode 30? 28? I don't know where we're at. We in focus? Oh, Daddy's looking good today, hey? Kinda, not really. Didn't wash. First off, welcome to another episode of the Uncle Hack Podcast. I didn't really wash out the conditioner in my hair. I look greasy as hell. My hair's getting out of fucking control. This is getting ridiculous. Getting ridiculous. You know, for a number of years, I was walking around looking the way I did, and nobody told me that it looked awful. You know, nobody fucking took me aside and just said, hey, man, maybe trim that hair. It's getting a little much, I would say. You're getting too old for this. Time to hang it up. What's wrong with you? I got hair down to my tits. Only in the back. You're balding a little bit here, Hack. It's time to get it to fucking gather, eh? Like, that's just a crossroad a man comes to in his life. You know, all the dudes out there that got a full head of hair, congrats. Hang on to that shit. It's great. I'm balding now. I finally hit the age of 30. I've been hanging on to the hair for quite some time, you know, and we're reaching that crossroads where it's starting to thin out a little bit, and I've come to terms with it. It was tough, but I've come to terms with it. Not going to be there forever. It's going to be shitty. You know, you look around and you're like, fuck, I don't want to be that balding guy. But there'll be a moment where I just say, fuck it, shave it off, keep it down to the wood, and just wear a lid all the time. No point. What's the point? I'm not going to walk around. Maybe as a joke, I would probably run around town looking like Hulk Hogan for a minute. But eventually that joke just kind of, it fades away. It's done. You know, you just can't be that guy. It was like with the mullet for me. The mullet started as a joke, and then I started taking it like a little too far. A little too far. I was just trying to run that thing to the mountaintop. It's like when you see an asshole show up to the party and he's wearing like cut off fucking jean shorts and like a belly shirt. It's like they're trying to make this a trend right now. Dudes should wear crop tops. How about you just be funny? How about you just actually be funny? Where dudes wear crop tops again like it's the 80s? What happened? Did everybody just lose like any sense of like fashion for dudes, or like not even a sense of fashion, any creativity? It's gone. It's gone. Nobody just like thinks of something and then tries it out. It's done. It's over. Nobody can come up with something new. We just remake old movies. Nobody can write a fucking original movie no more. Nobody does original content no more. There's no like any song that's original fucking sucks. So they just make remakes of old 80s songs, and then those end up being a bigger hit. Now it's like they're taking 90s songs because it's like, oh, the 90s look like it was a great time. It was. It was a wonderful time. The internet didn't quite exist yet. I mean, we did, but it was dial-up, and nobody really gave a shit about it. It was like, hey, you want to go on MSN Messenger and talk with your friends? And be like, I'll just pick up the phone and call them. You know? That's just, why would I sit in front of a screen? I can pick it up, call them, and I'll watch, like, MTV or Much Music. Maybe even the hockey game. You know? Back when things were just like, they were kosher. It was good. It was good living back then. Now here we are. Everybody, it's like every fucking day something new's there's an attempt to cancel something. And it drives me nuts. Like the next, like, how many times are you going to try and cancel Bill Burr before you realize that he's untouchable? He doesn't give a fuck. He does not care what you think. When are you going to wrap your skull around that? You morons. You tried last year. What was it last year? They tried going at him about something, and he's like, yeah, I don't care. I'm a fucking millionaire. What are you going to do? People are still going to come to a comedy club to hear my comedy. What are you going to do? Pressure the clubs to fucking not let me in? Perfect. I'll rent the theater, and I'll make the money. You're just helping him. When are people going to wrap their skull around it? Like, this world is just, oh, God, it gives you a headache. Every day you wake up and you just think to yourself, like, why? Oh, that was almost a picture wrap. That probably looked awful on video. Piece of spit got inhaled as I was doing that. But yeah, like, why? What the hell is happening? It's just, and then we're like, hey, they're like, well, we're going to have to call on Gen X to come and save us from this. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? Gen X and millennials are the reason this shit exists. Well, we're gonna sit here and act like sit around and act like you didn't raise these fucking dumb cunts that we have now? You're just gonna sit there and stare into the void and be like, well, we fought for free speech and albums back in the 80s, back in 85, D. Snyder said there, and I can't remember, what was his, Topper Gore? Was that his name? That old fuck. Be like, oh yeah, the Christians we can't have NWA and Two Live Crew happen. Yeah, where's the Gen X now? It's like, it's exactly what, what's my boy's name there? Fucking George Carlin. George Carlin. There it is. Why did I not have that locked and loaded, ready to go? It's like when George Carlin talked about when the hippies grew up, they became corporate squares. That's exactly what's happening now. And I get a bitch because I don't have kids. I'm not going to have kids. I'm not even fucking married. And I talk on behalf of the men that are married and they're going through the transition period. I see it. I recognize it. And I can like put myself in your shoes just from my friends. And I understand. I see the problem outside of the from an outside perspective, and then I give my own take on it. I don't go through that shit on a daily basis. I just see what my friends go through, what my buddies are going through with their wives, with their kids and all this, and then I give my perspective. That's all. But the Gen X, millennial fucking these guys and the millennials and the boomers are fighting. At the end of the day, millennials, you caused a lot of this. My generation, my fucking generation caused a lot of, oh, well, maybe everybody should just get a ribbon at the track and field day. Oh, really? How's that working out? Is it working out phenomenal right now? Because every little dipshit seems to think that their opinion matters on TikTok. They do a little dance to it, though. They do a little jig, hey? They do a little wiggle, the little juicy wiggle, and then be like, oh, yeah, math is transphobic. And they do a little wiggle. That's what they do, okay? And then you're going to ask the fucking morons that raised these little retards to come back and save us from them. Discipline the little fuck. You ever think of that? Why didn't you discipline them? Your kid's acting up and you just handed them a Game Boy back in the 1996. Now it's parents will hand an iPad and be like, jeez, Chet, stop acting up. Mommy's going to have a fit. Okay, well, stop. Here's the iPad. Just be quiet. I'm trying to talk to the cashier. Hit the little fuck. You know how many kids I see that I just want to walk up and just smack the little fucker? Like if my buddy's kids were acting up, I'd yell at them. I would. I have no shame. I don't give a shit. Strangers' kids, that's a fight on sight. That's a fight on sight. Some guy's going to want to wrestle me because I told his kid to shut the fuck up in a Denny's. I'm trying to enjoy. I'm hungover, okay? I'm 30 years old. My hangovers hurt a little harder than they used to. Can you tell your kid to shut the fuck up? That's when I'm like, hand him the iPad. Give the kid the iPad. Shut him up. Let him watch the Wiggles while you and the wife just like slowly fucking look at one another. You just glance at one another and think in your head that, fuck, we fucked up. We fucked up. We had big plans. We were going to backpack Australia. But no. Old pro-life over here. Old pro-life sitting across the table from me couldn't just get a schmish-mortion. Instead, we got this little fucking bundle of joy over here throwing pancakes against the window, screaming in my ear that she wants to watch Paw Patrol on the iPad. Can I watch Paw Patrol on your phone? Shut up. Nope. Couldn't have planned beat it. Nope. We got old Miss Pro-Lifer over here. Thanks a lot, honey. Thanks a lot. Now I gotta call my parents up and ask them to come and step in to try and correct everything that's going on. Like they didn't raise these stupid little shits that are coming up now. Maybe I'm a little old. Like I have like that old school mentality, like the old guard mentality where it's just like, shut the fuck up. Okay? And I bitch more than anybody on this goddamn podcast. I bitch and moan and I bitch and moan. And in some fucking reason why you come back to listen to this shit. But it drives me mental. Oh, we need to call on Gen X and the millennial. I seen on Fox that they were talking about. Call on Gen X. Fuck you. Unreal. Gen X needs to come and step in and save this. Gen X doesn't know what the fuck they're talking. Yeah, they're all washed up. They're all sitting there screaming at you right now. If you don't vote for Joe Biden, and you're like, what the fuck? Why are you yelling at me, man? I'm Albertan. I can't even vote in the States. If you don't support the Democrats, I don't care. I think they're all fucking retarded, personally. Yeah, well, it's transphobic if you don't vote Democratic. I don't give a shit. You're like, I don't fucking care. What do we got to do? Do we need a civil war? Is that what needs to happen? Do we just need to, like, have a good old-fashioned... Where's that country where if you have a problem with somebody once a year and it just so happens to be on Christmas, the whole town gets together and you get to have a little fist fight with somebody that you have a disagreement with or a disagreement with? Let's get that going. So that way when the kids are sitting there just like... Some kids yapping you all year long on fucking Twitter or whatever it is. All year long. And then finally that day comes and be like, all right, saddle up. Saddle up. You talked a lot of shit on the internet. Now guess what? We're going to dust these knuckles off. Like some people just need to be reminded of like violence is what I'm thinking. Some people just need to be reminded that there's some violent fucks out there. You got to leave the basement or wherever it is, mommy, daddy's house, and right now we can't because we all got to sit inside until everybody's vaccinated. Make sure you put on your mask, and we're going to get into the mask. I seen, like, this whole mask thing is driving me fucking mental. I am going to go off later in this podcast about solo maskers. Oh, my God. But, yeah, everybody put on your little mask. Stay inside. All the classrooms are digital now. We're not going to go to the classrooms no more. Everybody needs to feel safe. We have safe spaces on college campuses. Are you kidding me? You're considered adult at 18. If you're considered an adult, okay, at the age of 18, and you need a safe space, my fucking God, I feel bad for you. You can't even joke on construction sites anymore. That's pathetic. That's the one industry that men come together. There's the odd woman in there, and it just like it takes a special chick to go in and like the guys get along with her. But they're usually the ones that take it too far, and then it goes like it gets awkward because you have a rebuttal ready, but if you say it, you'll get in trouble. You know. But it's like you can't even have a fucking little ha-ha on a construction site anymore without some dickweed in a clipboard come walking up and be like, excuse me, what were the words that you just said? Do we need to suspend you? Do we need to suspend you from the job? And you're like, oh, fuck. I just want to grab this cocksucker by the throat and watch the life leave his goddamn fucking body. Every little, like, you just know that a little ounce of life is leaving him, and you can see it in his eyes, the panic, and you just want to watch that. You're envisioning that in your head as he's sitting there being like, I could take this to HR, and you would have a possibility of probably losing your job. And in your head right now, your fingers are wrapped around. You're just Homer Simpson. You got the Homer Simpson grip on his throat, and Bart just, you do know what I'm talking about. And that's what you envision in your head. But you can't do that. You got to bottle that violence deep down below and then take it out on like a fucking pillow down in the basement. You know, that one pillow that you have on the couch in the basement that you sometimes pass out on. You got to go down there and just beat the shit out of this pillow and get it out of your system before you go upstairs for dinner. And then like that is just... There is going to be an explosion of masculinity that happens here in the next little while because this shit's all getting suppressed It's all getting suppressed. And the last group of like dudes that are on this planet that have that, they got testosterone in their fucking nuts and they know how to use it, are going to go mental. And it's just going to be a bunch of women and Jesus, I didn't realize that he was like that. Oh my God, I didn't know. Oh my God. Oh my God, why is he like that? He comes home and he just beats the shit. He tore down the whole goddamn house in a day with his fist and a sledgehammer. That's it. We don't have a fucking place to live because he went ballistic. And all I asked him to do was carry the groceries in. That's all. They were sitting in there for 45 minutes before he got home. And I could have brought in bag by bag in about 5 minutes. But he got home, took his boots off, went to go wash his face. And I was like, excuse me, honey, can you bring in the groceries? And that was it. That was just the nail in the coffin. Because I guess I didn't realize earlier that day, a HR department told him that he can't make dick jokes with his other fellow employees that are on the site. Time for a little ad read. DangerCatShop.com. Brand new color schemes available in the OG logo. That's right. There's pink, purple, black on black. Ooh, that's nice. Pink for the ladies. Oh, that's so cute. Oh my God, I can't believe that. And then we got the Ride the Liquor. I'm wearing that right now. It's we all know the wonderful album from Metallica, Ride the Lightning. Yeah, well, Ride the Liquor, Danger Cats. Makes sense, doesn't it? Hell yeah, it does. Oh, I want one. Perfect. Go to DangerCatShop.com/ no slash. Fuck, why am I like this? Why am I the way I am? Use the code podcast69. Get yourself 10% off your order. You want the episodes early? Perfect. I'll give them to you early. Tuesdays at 3 p.m. we drop the early episode on the Patreon of this specific podcast that you're listening to. You would get 48 hours earlier. And then while this one is being released on all social media platforms such as Spotify and iTunes, there's an extra episode waiting. Extra episodes drop Thursday at 3 p.m. Become a danger dong, a piss bag, a piss tank, whatever you really want. I'm going to get a little more active on there and more exclusive deals for you. And Tuesdays, there's the OnlyFans shout-outs. So we shout out OnlyFans content on there behind the paywall. Yeah, that's right, son, titties. Hell yeah. So we do that for you. Anyways, back to the episode. I guess I didn't know that. And then that's when you just, boom, snapped, lose it. Just goes the champ. You remember the champ? Snap. I lose it. I've got muscles in my shit. He puts in the Jay LaFonda workout tape and I press play. His peepers go out of order. And you are just going madman on this goddamn house. You tear the motherfucker up. See, we need that shit. We need that. That's like ball busting is the last form of like male, male. That's how dudes interact. Male interaction. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Male interaction. When you go and bust each other's balls, there's a sense of friendship that gets built there. And then it weeds out the fucking guys you don't want to hang out with. It does. It does. Because if you're like, hey, what's going on? A haircut? Ha ha ha. And everybody bugs you for a day, it tests you. It's a jungle out there. It is. And you figure out who the lion and the fucking gazelle is. And if you can hang with the lions, you then come into this like little secret society that's built. It's an understanding. It's a hierarchy that only dudes will understand on site when it comes to ball busting. Because if you're like, oh, geez, this guy's making fun of me. They're bullying me. We're not bullying you. If you're still bullying people over the age of 23, you're a dipshit. And if you're on a job site and you see bullying as a grown-ass man and you don't be like, hey, knock it the fuck off. Knock it the fuck off. There's ball busting and then there's bullying. Bullying is just, it's fucking, I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not necessarily a fan of the whole bullying thing is what I'm getting at. But ball busting, I like that. That is how I know if me and you can like relate on things. Like if you come at me, I go back at you, and then we get in a little sparring match. It's fun. You know, that's what guys do. We can't fight anymore. You know, so we use our words and chirps and we take little digs at one another, especially when you get to know them and you're like, boom, you hit him with one. And you know when you get a guy with a gun because he just goes, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You think so, huh? And then you got him. You got him. You won that match that day. And you know sometimes you're going to lose. You're going to lose some verbal sparring matches. Some guys are going to come in, and they're just good. They're just good. They're Floyd Mayweather on the words. You know, they're boxing you up all day long. And you go to hit them with something, they're already gone. They already got their fucking boom. They counterpunch you. They're like, yeah, Frank's wife's a whore. I know because I fucked her. Yeah, and she said that your cock is smaller than mine, so I don't know who's losing in this one. And you're like, oh, fuck. Oh, geez, shit. How do I bounce back? And then you watch two guys that are good at it, and you learn from it. It's ball busting. That's it. But no, we can't do that because now we gave power to these fucking losers. They're losers is what they are. Sitting on site being like, oh, you can't use words like that. Shut up. Fuck off. Gen X is going to step in and make sure that we save everything. Bullshit. Gen X is usually the one with the clipboard being like, you can't say that. When's the last time you seen a fucking 22-year-old walking around being a safety guy? When's the last time? It's always some 45-year-old fucking retard or 45 and up that walks around, hey, you can't say that. Gen X is going to save us. Fuck off. That's about as reliable as saying that millennials will fucking save us. Oh, I think that everybody should get a ribbon at track and field day. It's a little more inclusive. You know, the other kids, some kids aren't athletic. Oh, so, and they're doing it with school too. It's so ridiculous. It's so fucked up. Oh, well, all the kids at track and field should get a ribbon. Oh, yeah, no, all the kids in school should get 100% because the academically challenged probably feel left out. We better pass them along and just keep them moving. Keep them moving. Congratulations. In about fucking 10 years, you're going to have the ditch diggers you dreamed of. You know, you're going to have scaffolders just waiting. They're just like, hey, fuck, when are we going to build some more scaffolding? Do you got your grade 12? Well, yeah, everybody gets their grade 12. I just wanted to play real life Lego and be a fucking scaffolder. Not saying that all scaffolders are retards. I'm just saying that most scaffolders are retards. You know, nobody wakes up and they're like, you know what my career choice is going to be? No, that one just kind of falls into your lap and you're like, you know what? I can make a decent dollar doing this. So I think I'm going to give her an honest crack. I'll go and, I don't know. It's a trade, I guess, to say. I'll go get that trade and I'll just put up fucking walkways. I'll build walkways for people that actually do some work that means something, you know? And I hope that you're taking that personally. Let's be real here. Nobody, and I repeat, nobody has woke up in the morning and said, you know what my dream job is? Scaffolding. Nobody's done that. And if you have, I can only imagine what your life looks like. I can only imagine you riding around in that 98 Datsun being like, yeah, I think I'm going to put a stereo in this. And be like, you've had this car for 15 years. You've been telling me every other month and every other next paycheck, man, I think I'm going to fucking put in a stereo in this thing. And, yeah, fuck, you know, like, shit's crazy. Fucking thinking about fucking throwing in a goddamn subwoofer in the back. And it's like, Greg, you're 35 years old. I think it's about time that you give up the dream of having a stereo system in the 96 Datsun. Don't you think it's time that you just hang that little dream up? You've been talking about this since you left high school and hopped on the scaffolding crew. Every fucking week we got to hear about, yeah, next paycheck, man, fuck, gonna throw a goddamn amp in her. Then I'm gonna put a new deck in her. CD deck, man, fuck. Then I can listen to all my old Puddle of Mud greatest hits fucking albums that I got, eh? Fucking, you know, I got myself a fucking Alice in Chains greatest hits, bud. Fuck, I'm gonna just be rocking out. Subwoofer in the back. It's like, Greg, why don't you why don't you put the bottle down? Quit smoking, because you smoke 2 packs a day. There's $50 fucking, and then you go home and put a bottle of fucking Royal Reserve down your goddamn yap, and you're over here acting as if you're doing something, as if you're fucking, you got this clear path to success, and everybody's looking at you and being like, Jesus Christ, like, you rent a basement apartment in a small town, so it costs you $800, not even, fucking probably like $650 a month. And the sad thing is, you got a roommate, like, you have zero expenses, and nobody can figure out how the hell you got here. You're making decent money now. You're making like fucking $45 an hour, but somehow you just piss it all away. Right in the old slot machine. Everybody knows a guy like this. Oh, every month they tell you something that they're going to do. Oh, yeah, fuck yeah. Like, I'm going to fucking, I think I'm going to buy a Harley next month, man, with my next paycheck. I'm going to make a down payment on one. Start riding Harleys in the summer and shit, like, you understand, man? Fuck yeah. And then next month rolls around and they're like, they got a new idea up their sleeve. Yeah, man, fuck, nah. I think I'm gonna fucking, one of my buddies, he's getting into side-by-side, and I think I'm gonna fucking, put a little money down on a side-by. And the next month it's something new. And they never do it. They've been saying this shit for fucking 10 years since they left high school. Haven't done fuck all. And yet, every fucking day they come in, like, if the best is like the guys that have old ladies, and then they bitch about that. Yeah, my old lady, man, fuck yeah. And she just looks like one of them, those princesses that are singing at the end of Shrek. Like, they're just like built, like they're bigger than them. It's always some skinny little balding fucking idiot that has like the cul-de-sac going on, weathered as shit. Spine's all jacked up because he's been fucking doing the same goddamn job for 15 years and never like went and, hey, maybe we should get smarter and work less harder. Or work not as hard, work less harder. Is that a way of putting it? And it's like, hey, you ever thought about maybe being the crew lead? Oh, fuck that, man. Too much responsibility. It's like, oh, God, yeah, you were built for this. You're going to be 65 and fucking crippled because you refuse to get smarter. But instead, you come in every Monday, be like, yeah, fuck. Me and the old lady got hammered on this Saturday night there. Got in a huge fight. Every Saturday, got in a huge fight, man. She left for about 18 hours, came back Sunday, realized that she doesn't really have anywhere else to go. So, we're back together again, eh? And yeah, things are good. I think that things are going to turn around this time. Every week, you got to hear that. Yeah, fuck. And then Friday will come around. Oh, man, I think I'm going to leave the old lady. I think I'm going to leave the old lady. Yeah. No, she's just, me and her just ain't doing good. And then fucking rinse and repeat. Same fucking asshole every goddamn week. Hasn't amounted to shit, but he's going to get that stereo in the 96 Datsun. Every goddamn week, you got to hear some stupid story of his from the weekend. Yeah, I just got fucking blackout last night, man. Yeah, I know. You do it every night. You take $250, you go to the shitty hotel lounge, you put fucking $100 in the goddamn slots, and then you got $150 to drink on, and then those nights that you actually do hit, somehow you think that you're up. You put $250,000 of fucking cold hard cash into those machines, and you've won 40 over the goddamn past 10 years. That's putting you at a major loss, but some nights you just hit a few bucks. You hit a few dollars. And what do you do when you win those? Win like $400 or $500? You get extra drunk. It's like, oh fuck, man, want a extra $100 there? Fuck yeah. What do you say we get fucking loaded tonight, hey? And then you're getting the next guy beside you drunk because you got an extra $250 you can put towards the goddamn liquor bill at the end of the day. Fuck, man, I'll buy your chicken wings, eh? Yeah, not a problem. I won $400. Everybody's worked with some fuck like this. He's just a schmuck. Can't drive because he's got 9 DUIs, and it would cost the company a goddamn fortune to have him behind the wheel. So he's nothing more than just a laborer. Been doing it since Christ was a cowboy. He's not bad at it, though. He does work hard, but he's always miserable, like hungover, miserable, fucking old lady, fuck. Always has these stupid stories. I know all of you have worked with some dumb fuck like this, or at least know somebody. You're probably related to some asshole like this. We all are related to some asshole like this. Just can't quite get it together. Starts piecing together the puzzle, and somehow just a fucking shitstorm blows through, and all the pieces get scattered. And you got to start putting it back together. And the moment that you might just get remotely close to fucking shitstorm again. Oh, yeah, I got a little drunk last night, got another DUI. It's like, you don't even have a license. Yeah, but the old lady's car there, fuck. Fuck. I thought that's your car. Well, it is my car, but she just uses it a lot because she only has a license. But it's, everything's registered and insured under my name. But, yeah, last night I got caught drinking and driving again. So, fuck, So what's going to happen? Oh, I don't know. Probably go to jail. Apparently, you can't drink and drive if you don't have a license. I thought, in my head, I can drink and drive because I don't have a license, so they can't take that away. Well, it doesn't quite work with that. You're still breaking the fucking law, you idiot. Yeah, but I thought I had it all together with this one, eh? I thought for sure I would have got away with her scotch-free, right? No, apparently not. That's like 9 people off the top of my head that I can name that are like that. And that's kind of, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. If that says more about me or and like who the people I hang around or know, or maybe, but then again, that's like every small town across this I imagine the States is the same, but I just think that is so funny that there's always some dickweed that just can't quite piece it together. I imagine that it's like pretty similar down in America, but don't worry, Gen X is going to save us. But maybe I am being the bitchy old guy. That's what I was thinking the other day. I think I'm just getting to that point now where I've reached that age where everything annoys me. I look at the kids. I hate their music. I hate their fashion sense. I hate their style. I hate how they talk. I hate how they walk. I hate how they look at me. I hate the fucking stupid TikTok social justice warrior bullshit that they think they fucking know everything. I'm finally getting to that age. I recognize, like, hey, when I was younger, I was a moron. I even said I'm a moron. I still, to this day, recognize that I am a moron. And it's just, it's compiling. Because I don't think that I was, like, our generation, this whole millennial thing, our generation was stupid. We got a little older, and then, like, that's, like, I think I'm not grouping myself in all that bullshit because I could have cared less. I was worried about getting fucking hammered as often as I possibly could. And I got really into mixed martial arts. That just like occupied all my time. So like I was never reading about politics. I didn't care about what was happening with the social issues that were going on. I didn't give a shit. I just cared about getting hammered and training. That's it. That's all I did. And so I didn't really notice much of what was happening around with like the whole like canceling colleges. But we were definitely the people to fucking light this fire. Put it in and be like, oh yeah, it's a little oppressive, wouldn't you think? It's a little oppressive that people think it's okay to just use the word retard. And we were the one, and then these same people that would say this shit to you have the audacity to be like, well, I don't know why you're this younger generation's offended. And we're a generation that grew up on Eminem and South Park. Yeah, but there's words that we say that just send you to the fucking moon. I know someone specifically, not personally, like I know somebody specifically that we ripped, we were like on vacation and it was like, someone looked at me because I don't know what I was doing. I was doing like some homoerotic humor that I thought was funny. And the one guy's like, you're a fag. Excuse me. We don't say the F word around here. Fuck off. You weren't even involved in the conversation. And that's the same stupid bitch that'll be like, look at this younger generation. we grew up on South Park and Eminem, and then this younger generation is offended. Shut up. You're the same person. You're the same as them. You're the same as them. You're letting words and all these, oh, it hurts my feelings. I need a safe space, and God almighty, I just can't handle it. Oh, but I grew up on South Park. It's the same person. It's the same person. I am having a conniption today thinking about this. I can just feel my blood boiling. Like, I hate people. People like that. Most people don't give a shit, you know? Most people, like, walk around, if they heard faggot, they're just like, whatever. Fuck, I don't have the time of day to care about that. You know what's happening right now? My bills are piling up, okay? And I can't afford to kill myself. So that's where I'm at, okay? Do you think the last thing I care about is, like, a bunch of fucking retards running around yelling the word faggot? Do you think I care about that because it hurts feelings? You want to know what hurts? Coming home to a paycheck that just explodes in your hand because it's got to go to bills, food, rent. I can't afford to eat. I can't afford to blink. I can't even afford to shit in my goddamn toilet because I know that adds up on the water bill. You understand? Every goddamn decision I make costs me money. So do you think I give a single shit about your little offensive word, about words that you find offensive? Is somebody getting killed because of that word right now? Did somebody drop dead because they said that word? Was there malicious intent behind it? No, he just called some guy fag for eating a banana and looking him in the eyes. That's it? Yeah, that's it. Oh my God. Oh my. Yeah, well, you want to know what I got to go through today? I got to explain to my wife that we're getting evicted. Yeah, how fun is that? You want to talk about a word that fucking hurts? Eviction. That word hurts. That one sucks. Imagine that. You got to come home to your wife and feel failed as a man, look her dead in the eyes and be like, look, honey, we're getting evicted. I don't know what we're going to do, but I'm going to try and figure it out. I also, I said fag in the parking lot, so I'm getting canceled by a bunch of 13-year-old TikTokers. They're doing dances on my car saying that I'm a homophobe. Yeah, they're doing renegade, homophobe. That's what they're doing right now on top of the fucking 2006 Honda Accord. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there's dents in the roof and that now that I can't afford to fix. So we're just gonna have to drive around this car that looks like it's beaten to shit because I called some kid a fag in the parking lot. I apologize for that. I don't know what we're gonna do there. I don't know if insurance is gonna cover it because I missed a payment. So life's looking really up right now. Yeah, so those are the decisions that I have to make. Oh God. The coming of age, isn't it? And that's about where I'm at. I'm just like every day it just feels the fire. I'm a pretty happy guy, but as time goes on, I just find myself a little more miserable. It's like a happy miserable though. Like I'm laughing at this shit, but it drives me wild inside. And I don't know what that emotion is. Maybe it's like manic. I don't know what it is or what to tie it to, but I know like I'm just like laughing and shaking my head at the things you see. It's just like your grandpa did to you, you know? Your grandpa looked at us. When your grandpa looked at us as a generation, they just shook their head and they're like, that kid's stupid. Hopefully he can fucking figure something out. I don't know what he's going to do, but I don't think he's going to be good at it. That's for sure. You know, just that brutal honesty. And you're just like, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do either. I think I'm going to be what did everybody kind of want to be? We didn't really have the whole like, oh, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be an influencer when we were younger. Everybody just dreamed of being like playing professional sports, but not a single one of us held an ounce of talent, if you will. Oh man. Ugh. I don't know. It's getting tough, you know? It's just getting really tough to give a shit. Is what I'm getting at here. I just feel like everybody's just like sitting around and like there's this weird tension between groups of people, and at any moment it could explode, and I hope it does. That's where I'm at, baby. Yeah, like another thing that just sends me into a fucking frenzy is when I'm driving and I look and I see somebody on a walking path, nobody around them. And like I'm talking like maybe there's another person a kilometer away. They're walking by themselves and they have a mask on. Nobody around them. Not a fucking soul around them. They have a mask on. These people vote, okay? These people vote. They raise children. That's what scares me. That's why we're in the state we're in, because everybody here, they're like, the dumb people have outfucked the smart people by a landslide. Smart people are like, I don't really want kids, you know, I'm not really going to fuck some, you know, brain dead fucking BP's waitress and add to this cesspool. You know, I'm not gonna allow the guy that is a scaffolder for 15 years knock me up. But it happens. You know, those two people are just like a match made in heaven. A BP's waitress and a scaffolder have a kid, and what do they make? Another fucking scaffolder, or a dishwasher at BP's. Oh, tell me I'm fucking wrong. Yeah, you know. Jared got his first job washing dishes where mommy serves at. Isn't that exciting? But yeah, that's the generation. Those are the people that are making this fucking these drones that are walking around with not a soul around them, not a single fucking soul around them, with a mask on. Outside too, I may add. Outside on a walking path, nobody around them. Mask on. And then a fucking kilometer down the road, this is true. I'm not just making this up. And I was going bananas. This happened on Sunday as I'm driving. I was driving around. Where was I going? I was going somewhere in Edmonton. And I was going to get something to eat, I believe. That's irrelevant to the story. But as I'm driving, I'm looking at the fucking walking path. And there's a woman with a stroller, right? The kid's out of the stroller and walking. Kid doesn't have a mask on. Mom has a mask on. Mom has a mask on. No mask on the kid. What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening? I feel like I'm in like this weird game show, and everybody, like, it's just like, hey, it's a simulation, and it's like, anybody with like a decent thought in their head, they're just poking and prodding at you to see how far you will go before you absolutely lose your cool. Before you absolutely lose your noodle and fucking go ballistic. Like, when is that breaking point? It's like some game. I swear to God, aliens are fucking with us. Something is happening. We are the reality show. Imagine that. Like, human beings are the reality show. Like, my God. It feels like that. You feel like you're walking around and you're looking at a bunch of Kardashians and people who watch The Bachelorette and The Real Housewives of fucking Los Angeles or whatever the fuck these women watch. Just brain dead, mind melting content being thrown down your throat all day long. And then you throw on the news and you're like, oh God, it's getting dumber and dumber. And the shit pile keeps stacking and stacking and stacking. And then you walk outside and you see it in real life. You're just like, what the fuck is this? Why is this happening? Why is this in front of me right now? Why am I looking at some dickhead in the middle of a field wearing a mask on a walking path? And when I say walking path, like, I'm saying like the walking path was probably like 20 feet from the road. I'm at a stop sign. I look over and I'm just analyzing, or a red light or whatever the fuck I'm stopped at. And this idiot is walking around, nobody around him, mask on. Am I the only one that thinks that this is fucking Looney Tune behavior? Like, just some completely brain dead actions of human beings. Am I the only one that thinks that? Am I the only one walking around and being like, look at this dipshit? Yeah, like the whole, like, when you're in the car alone wearing a mask, that sends me over the edge. But then again, it's like, maybe you got in the car, you kind of forgot it was on, and just like, by the time I get to the next place, I got to stop. I got to put the fucking thing back on, and it just annoys the shit out of you. Where these people are outside walking. Yeah, I get it. You got one in your pocket probably, because, hey, if you come across a 7-Eleven, God forbid, you got to go in there and get yourself a nice vanilla Coca-Cola for that big walk that you're going on. But my fucking God, when you see that, you just lose all faith in humanity. Every time I see some asshole walking around outside by themselves by themselves. I get it. Maybe you're out with grandma. You and Meemaw decide to go for a little walkie walk, and you're like, fuck. I don't want to be the dickhead that takes her out. The brittle old bitch is hanging on by a thread, and I don't want to be the pair of scissors to snip that bitch off. You know what I mean? So I get it. Maybe you'll wear a mask when you're out there with Meemaw going for a little walkie walk around the parky park. You understand? And then when Meemaw goes home, you walk her home, you keep the mask on. Is that what goes on here? Is that what's happening? Am I the asshole for thinking that you're the idiot? I don't think so. I think that you are completely just skull dead. There's nothing in there. I would say brain dead, but that would involve having one. I don't get it. My God, it's getting enough. Enough is enough. Somebody blow us up. If there's an alien that watches this show, please send a smoke signal to all your homeboys in a different galaxy to come and just wipe this motherfucker off the map. We are too stupid. We are too dumb. We have come from cavemen to here, and we still haven't yet to evolve as a whole, okay? We still have not yet to evolve as a whole. And I, for one, nominate that we blow the fucking whole planet to smithereens. Get rid of it. Somebody come in, make an asteroid up. I don't care how you do it. Do it like you did to the fucking dinosaurs. I don't give a shit. Blow the motherfucker up. We're done here. We got people walking around and they're like, yeah, oxygen is really good for you. No, I think I'm going to filter it. Because I'm just way too stupid. I'm just way too dumb. You understand? I go outside. I need a mask on because God forbid there might be a virus in the air. Oh, God. My God. Let me guess. You think that the Easter Bunny's real? Is that where we're at too? You're 46 years old and you're still believing the Easter Bunny's real? Like, what's going on here? I'm watching full-on Down syndrome guys outsmart you. I'm watching full-on Down syndrome dudes out walking around like nothing's going on. They're just kicking it. No mask on. They're walking on the walking path. No mask on. So who's the handicap one here? Who really is the handicap one? I want to hang out with the old Debbie Downer over there because he seems like he's got his shit together more than fucking old Louie fucking... I have nothing lined up for that. Old Louis Licktard is what I was going to go with. But, yeah, that's where we're at. That's what we're doing. That's how we're feeling, hey? That's how dumb we are. The CDC comes out and says, guess what? Whoopsies, I guess the whole mask thing doesn't work. It helps like 0.8%. But God forbid still wear one inside. And I hate how empowered. Oh, yeah, this is like, I get it. It's not that I don't think coronavirus is fake. I don't think that at all. I hate the people it's created. You've really seen like how stupid fucking people are. How fucking dumb they are. And how arrogant and ignorant they are. Like, I really hate the fact that cashiers somehow think that they're CIA agents. You walk in the store, we're at capacity. Fuck off. I'm getting a chocolate bar. I'm walking right there to there. We're at capacity. Listen, you stupid bitch. Or fucking guy. Both of them. Whatever gender you claim. Okay? Look me in the eyes for 1 second. Fuck you. Fuck your little capacity. Sell me the chocolate bar. And I'm gonna head on out. A pack of gum. Whatever it is. We're at capacity. Can't be in here. There's one person at the back of the store right now. And the give a fuck, like the the one thing that I fucking laugh at now is like the give a fuck at the self-checkout at the grocery stores. When it first popped off, the sanitization that had to go on, like when you made your purchase to leaving, that went on. They wiped that motherfucker down head to toe. And now it's just like a half-ass job. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit anymore. That's where we're at. I wish everybody would get on the same boat. I watched that girl half-ass wipe that, and I'm like, yeah, I'm with you. I feel you. This is stupid. I don't give a shit. Because at the same time, they're like, well, you know, we got to go to the gas station. That son of a bitch is grabbing everything, scanning it. You go to the fucking till at the grocery store, they're grabbing it, scanning it. There's so many dumb little rules that have just went against the whole, like, well, if it's close contact, they're at capacity. We're at capacity. Listen, Thelma. I get it. This is it. You've peaked. You've made it. 25 years old. And this is it. This is the bane of your existence. You are going to work your way up. I can see your future. You're going to work your way up to be a manager at the old Sevilla Levy. And that's where you're going to peak. That's where it's going to end. You're going to go on one vacation in your life, and it's going to be to a resort in Puerto Vallarta, and you fucking got it on sale. And thankfully you got it on sale, or else your ass wouldn't be going. Only because your cousin wanted to get married at a fucking, or have a destination wedding. That's the only reason why. Not once, go travel, see the world, maybe experience something more. We're at capacity. Gotta get out, gotta wait outside in the line, 6 feet apart, we're at capacity. Gonna have to wait another 10 minutes to get your Monster Energy and a bag of potato chips that are really gonna add to that fucking just vessel of health that you got going on there. We're at capacity. Fuck off. I was like, I heard that, and like my spine just like, I just felt a fucking shot of anger. I'm like, is today the day? Is today the day we start? We're at capacity. Are we? We're at capacity. You hear that? We're at capacity. And then like it was just like repeat. It kept repeating because somebody would come in and like, we're at capacity. You gotta get outside and wait in the line. Didn't you see the line out there? Yeah, well, there's 6 jerk-offs smoking. I'm sure that they're just, my health is number one priority. They're here to get a pack of fucking Canadian Classics, and they're hitting the road. Give me 2 packs of Canadian Classics, king size, in a Lotto Max, please. I got a little change in my pocket. Give me 2 scratchies while you're at it. Yeah, the $2 one and that $1 one. I got $3 in my pocket. Let's get it. All right, yeah. We're at capacity. God forbid, can't have a health hazard here at the 7-Eleven because the only people that come in here are looking for cigs and fucking energy drinks. Yeah, come on. Let's get it together, Lucille. You fucking bitch. Oh, God. That's where I'm at. I'm mentally unstable at this point in my life. Mentally unstable. Everything just annoys the shit out of me. I can't handle it no more. I'm walking down the street. I'm seeing people fucking 900 yards away from another human being wearing a mask. And then on top of it, we got all the dumb people empowered now. Like, because these rules somehow give them a little extra, They get to rule a little bit. They get to rule the roost, if you will, as we talked about last episode. You walk into 7-Eleven, my capacity. You put on your mask, wear it properly. Shut the fuck up and sell me a Mars bar. Do you understand how stupid? Yeah, well, it's for everybody else's health and safety. I'm like, you're fucking 250 pounds, 5'2". I am sure when you wake up in the morning, the first thing that's on your mind is health. You're like, oh, Jesus, what's my macros for the day gonna be? Did I meet my macros? Oh, yeah, no, I've been on a meal plan for quite some time now. Oh, yeah, it looks like you are a pinnacle of health. A vessel of nutrition. Fucking, we're at capacity. God almighty. It fucking drives me nuts. Deadbeats, losers, sitting here trying to scream in your face about a mask or we're at capacity. And it drives me insane. It drives me mental. Why? I don't know. I shouldn't give a shit. But I guess it's like, I'm a stubborn fuck, and I've come to terms with it. I've tried correcting it. I'm just not going to change. It's 30 years. I'm still the same that I was when I was 16. When you tell me to do something, I would either do it, it depends on how it was delivered, but when it's something like that, you got to wear your mask in the store. Suck my ass. Ooh. And the only way to really like beat those people at their own game is just like make them feel dumber. That's the only way you can, and it gets hard. It's tricky. It's tricky because they're already stupid. Ugh. That's where I'm at, ladies and gentlemen. Very unstable, mentally unstable, walking around screaming into my steering wheel at the things that I witness in the world these days. That's how I am. That's how I'm reacting to shit. I'm just like, I'm constantly losing my mind. Every fucking day, I am losing my goddamn mind. And I don't know if that's ever going to correct itself. And I think at this point, it's healthy because it's entertaining. I'm giving you guys some entertainment out of it. I've recognized that, hey, there's other people out there that feel like me, but they can't really say the shit that you're saying, Hack. So you got to go out there and give them something to laugh at over your mental breakdowns in a pickup truck. I was screaming into my steering wheel when I seen that. And I'm like, I know a lot of you don't know me on a personal level, and you come on, you listen to this podcast, and there's a connection there. Like you feel like you know me, but I don't have a fucking clue who you are. I don't. So there's this weird interaction when we meet in public. Like you understand like what makes me insane, and like maybe there's something that I said specifically that makes you laugh when you think about it. I don't know. This is me speculating. This isn't my ego talking. So there's like little interactions that happen and be like, hey, and you'll say something. I've had it happen where somebody says something that I've said before, and I don't know what the hell they're talking about. I'm like, oh yeah, that's kind of funny. I'm like, yeah, you said that. I'm like, when the hell would I wouldn't say something that fucking outlandish and stupid. Well, you did. You did do that. And I'm like, oh, great. Yeah. Huh. Okay. You got me. Checkmate. You got me. But, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. I fucking got that. Well, you kind of lose what you're talking about all the time. You go off on a rant and then you fucking don't know what you're talking about. But then turn the fucking thing off. Turn it off. Don't listen to it. Here we are today. Yeah, and there I am, screaming into my fucking steering wheel. Just having a mental breakdown. A mental fucking breakdown. Screaming over the fact that I seen some asshole outside. Why do I care? I don't know. But it's just it's the sight. It's the sight. It's like, how are you that stupid? What do you do for work? I want to know. And then I want to know what it is that you contribute to this whole thing we call society. Hey, don't you know? Oh, society, the patriarchy is what's holding me down. No, it's people like that. It's people like that breeding. You understand? I got all these women out here. The patriarchy's holding me down. No. Okay? You guys just can't keep your fucking legs closed and abort. Like, when some deadbeat fucking dumps a load into you, you can't recognize that maybe I shouldn't keep this one. This one might be a little bit of an issue. He's kind of a deadbeat. I'm kind of an idiot. Nobody has a little self-awareness here. Nobody can look in the mirror and admit they're fucking dumb and that they should not reproduce. We should have a kid to save the relationship. No, don't do that. We have enough of you. There's the shelves. The shelves at the Dollarama are getting stocked. We're good. We don't need you. Shut it down. Snip the cords inside you. Snip them. We don't need it, all right? Shut it the fuck down. We don't need this happening. It's done. It's over. You don't need to reproduce. We got enough people on the planet. Let's let the smart people catch up. Let them dump some loads into some mid-range IQ. Let them dump some loads into the mid-range IQ. Anybody that just is walking around with a mask on the walking path, you're getting your cord snipped. Hopefully the vaccine can recognize Maybe there's like maybe the vaccine is going to sterilize the people that have like low frequency. And like, I don't know, like if you can like make that happen, that would be great, wouldn't it? Because, hey, you don't got to worry about me having children. I'm dumb. I realize I'm dumb, and I shouldn't add to the cesspool of fucking human beings walking around knuckle dragging, telling one another, we're at capacity. That's exactly that's what's coming out the tip of my dick. Okay? Scaffolders. If I have a fucking daughter, I know what she is. She's a goddamn, she's a sports bar waitress. That's what I'm fucking producing. A sports bar waitress. A step higher than BP's, only because I would make it a goddamn mission to make sure she does not end up a BP's goddamn waitress or server. Or even worse, a bartender there. Even worse, a bartender. I would make it a mission that she would not be that person. And I know what I'm going to add to the world, and it's nothing good. I've recognized it. I'm right there. I'm right there with you, okay? A lot of people that listen to this, maybe you shouldn't have had a kid. But you did. It was a whoopsie. Again, knocked up a pro-lifer. She thought she hit the lottery with you. Realized about a year into it, not so good. Not so good. This isn't exactly what I wanted, but it was better than what I had, so I'll take what I got. I'll be grateful. I was hoping for a sugar daddy. But instead, we got kind of like a salt daddy, and like, hey, all right, yeah, it works. I'm not complaining. Clothes on my back, roof over my head. He works. I cook and clean. Good relationship going on here. We just so happen to reproduce a drywaller. That's what we just when we produced a fucking human being, it came out. I looked at it and I said, "Yeah, that's a drywaller, baby boy drywaller right there." Shot out another baby girl. I looked at her and I was like, "Oh yeah, yep." There's a nail tech, another nail tech in the fucking neighborhood. There we go. Isn't that great? Got herself. Had a kid. Looked at him dead in the eyes as soon as he shot out of the old wife's pussy, and all I thought was like, yeah, he's going to grow up to be a fucking, half-ass drywaller. Baby girl shot out of fucking the old lady's pussy. I looked at her and I'm like, yeah, nail tech. Need another one of those, hey? Need another nail tech. Right on. Right on. Yeah, no, can't have a fucking doctor, a lawyer, or anything useful in this family. And with that being said, speaking of useless, thank you for listening to this podcast. Tell your friends, bring them in. A nice little swift kick in the cunt of reality is what we're calling this, I think. I don't know what we're calling this, quite honestly. It's just me ranting about bullshit for an hour. People. I just find people interesting. And it's just funny that how we interact and everything like that is like what I find hilarious about this goddamn planet and how we go about things and how dumb some people are, how smart people can even be dumb. It's just weird. It's all weird to me. And I'm starting to notice more little things. And, I don't care about politics. I hate them all. I think we found our lane with this podcast, and it's a lot of fun to do now. Way more fun. I was like reading articles all the time to be like, oh yeah, Trudeau. I don't care. That's the thing. I don't like any of them. They're like, hey, what do you think about Pierre Puvier? Fuck him and his little square ass glasses. He's a nerd. He's a dweeb. Tell me, Mr. Speaker, tell me a more pussy way to fucking talk to somebody. I gotta talk to the speaker. Will the Prime Minister tell me yes or no? Yes or no? You have to talk to another man to get an answer from a man that's not going to give you the answer. What a pathetic fucking system. Bring back the 1900s when we just shot people in the streets for, looking at you wrong. You're like, I feel that he's got the devil in his eyes. Bang! Anyways, thank you for listening to the Uncle Hack podcast. Every week, it drops Thursday, 3 p.m., new episode. And we'll see you then.